3 things I wish I knew after he cheated. Really, it's 3 things I really desperately needed to know after I found out he was cheating. My name's Melissa Davis, and I'm founder of After the Affair. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We put out a lot of helpful videos. We want you to be alerted and notified when they come out. So today we're talking about the 3 things I wish I knew after finding out my husband had been unfaithful. The very first thing was that it wasn't my fault. You notice how when you find out someone's cheating on you, you immediately question yourself. You question your worth, your beauty, your excitement, your everything, your taste in music, what you find enjoyable, every detail you question. You decide that you're not enough. I wish I could go back to myself and say, you are enough. And if that's something that you need to hear right now, let me say it for you. You are enough. Think about it like this. You can be lonely, unfulfilled, sad, angry, happy, you name it, in a relationship. And you can still choose to be faithful. I know you can because I've done it. And you likely have done it as well. You see, the difference is that we didn't make a choice to be unfaithful. And so I can sit here today and say, it was not your fault. The second thing that I very desperately needed to hear was that I should not hide from the pain. I was an expert hider of my feelings. So if this is you, know that we are in it together. So hiding from the pain is understandable because it is the most overwhelming, painful, awful. Like we just said, you question yourself, you question your past memories, you question the future, you question what your family is going to be like and look like. There is pain. You can be triggered. You can have anxiety, panic attacks, depression. The pain is intense and it is overwhelming. So I understand wanting to hide from it. But here's the deal. I did that. For 3 years, I sat in that like all-consuming, I feel like I can't breathe, gonna die anguish. 3 years until I started actually choosing to face that pain. And so when we choose drinking or drugs or running into a million different relationships or busyness, work, you name it, I chose to binge watch Netflix like it was my full-time job and I was getting overtime around the clock. Okay? Whatever we choose to run from that pain, it only lasts but so long. That pain is still here. It's waiting for you. And I remember having oh, this is a good day. I'm feeling good. And then all of a sudden, I'm a freaking puddle on the floor, crying my eyes out. And it came up. Or you have neck pain or back pain or headaches. The pain is always there. And if you don't deal with it, it comes out in your body, it comes out in your attitude, your bitterness. You'll pass it down to your family, put it onto your friends. It just tries to swallow you up. And I wish I could go back and just face that pain and move through it instead of trying to go over it or under it or anywhere it wasn't. And so I wish I knew that. The last thing that I wish I knew was that I actually needed to heal. And that sounds pretty basic, but stay with me. I had a newborn baby and a 3-year-old, and I was a stay-at-home mom. So I felt very vulnerable, very afraid, and I desperately wanted to stay married. I pictured being married forever. That's what I signed up for. And so when I say I needed to heal, I was so focused on finding him help, finding him the resources to do X, Y, and Z, and to, marriage counseling, figure out how and why this happened, that I never decided or realized or knew how to heal myself. Because this finding out about somebody's unfaithfulness is a massive trauma, and it really needs to be addressed like that. And so it takes a lot of time. It takes some guidance to know, like, here's what I might be feeling, and here's why, and here's what I can do, and some real practical stuff to get you through those, especially those really hard first few months or the first year. And so if I would have known I needed to heal or how to heal, anything like that, my life would be so much different right now. I wouldn't have wasted 3 years in misery. And so that's actually my passion, my drive, because I wasted years in misery. Something good has to come out of that, or it'll make me freaking nuts. And so I created After the Affair, so that from my pain, my mistakes, my oh crap, that was wrong, can come your I know what to do. And so I actually found 2 of the very best therapists, period, around that deal with this, and I partnered with them, and we just made videos talking about the biggest subjects, the biggest things you need to know about when you're trying to heal your own heart from somebody else's unfaithfulness. And so that's my reason, that's my passion. No one ever again needs to heal or suffer through this alone. Everyone can heal and everyone can find help. And so those are the 3 things. And I wanted to leave you with one extra quick tip. If you're struggling a lot, I know that being triggered easily is something that happens a lot, especially in the beginning, by different memories or things that kind of make you think about the affair. And that can kind of bring in a lot of anxiety. One thing that's really good to help with that, especially on days where your mind's racing and you can't focus, you can't stop thinking about these little details, switch hands. That's it. So I'm right-handed. This might look left-handed to you. And if I'm right-handed, I'll take my right hand and I'll put it in my pocket, or maybe even strap it to my arm with a belt, and I won't use it. I'm only gonna use my left hand. And what that does is it will make you be very mindful. You know, I can't butter bread with my left hand and think about all these crazy thoughts very well, because I have to focus, because it's like, how do I cut? You know, like, you have to like make your body kind of making your brain come down and focus into what you're doing, so that you don't have that extra power in your brain to have your racing thoughts. So I just wanted to leave you with that. That's what we're all about After the Affair. Real practical things to do to help you get through this, because I do not want you to be like me and waste years of your life stuck in pain. Again, my name is Melissa Davis, and I'm founder of After the Affair. You can find us at aftertheaffair.co, and please subscribe to this channel so that you can continue to get helpful videos like this in the future.